Next, we got Bailey from Nashville. Want to talk a little Tennessee.
Hey JD, this is Belly calling from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a massive Vols fan, but I'm kind of having second thoughts about the team next year. Who's it a bigger year for, Josh Heupel or Nico? I'll hang up and I look forward to hearing about this on the show.
Awesome, Bailey. Appreciate you calling in, brother. Great question. I think, to be honest, it's a Nico thing for me. It really is. And this is not a knock against Nico Iamaleava. I just look at what they were a season ago, and I don't have any questions around Josh Heupel. Like, to me, the proof is in the pudding with Josh Heupel. Two different quarterbacks. I mean, he's won 10 games with Hendon Hooker and Nico Iamaleava. With Joe Milton, they scored over 30 points a game. I see a really clear direction with Tennessee football under Josh Heupel. I see where it's going. You see the defense get better. They just recruited their best class in the Josh Heupel era. The trenches are continuing to evolve with the David Sanders and what that class was this most recently. To me, it's about Nico because he's the one that I think has most of the pressure in 2025. Now, I want to be clear how I say this. I don't think it's an end-all, be-all 2025 for him. Could absolutely come back next year and be phenomenal in 2026. He has that option. But this is the year where you're supposed to see Nico Iamaleava, in my opinion, peak. Because at this point now, he's going to year 3 in the system. Year 2 as a starting quarterback. There shouldn't be a ton of surprises for what he is at the college football level. There shouldn't be a lot of surprises that are acclimating to him in the SEC. If it's going to happen for Nico, this is the year I point to where I say, okay, yeah, maybe things weren't perfect around you. And last year, that was, I think, in some ways, an excuse we could make for him. It's a thing where Nico played poorly last year, still made the college football playoff. But this upcoming season, if you're going to be who you were billed as a recruit, the top player in America, this is the year where you make that difference. This is the year where, hey, maybe the receiving core isn't perfect, but you make the difference. The offensive line is not great. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but let's hypothetically say you make the difference. That's what great quarterbacks do. And we say this far too often, but I'll say it one more time. We watched the pro game. Pat Mahomes is out there running around with a JV wide receiving core a couple of years ago. What happens? They win the Super Bowl, right? So Nico Iamaleava, again, I'm not telling you that if he doesn't get it done this year, he's a bust, but like, is the defense going to be a top 5 unit again this upcoming season? Maybe. I don't know if I want to bank on that if I'm a Tennessee fan. The receiver room you hope is good enough, but if it's not, I think Nico's got to be the reason why you have success. To me, that looks like him dialing in the deep ball. To me, that looks like him making good/quick decisions. All those things to me, I think are what is the next step for him. And if it doesn't happen this year, I don't think differently of Josh Heupel. I look at Nico and I say, okay, we need more here, brother. We need some more from you. So some of this isn't fair. Some of this is something that is a little bit of him versus what he was as a recruit. But again, I need to see it this year for Nico. I need to see it because I think the roster is good enough around him. Maybe not elite, but good enough around him to go get it done. And this is the spot now where your third-year quarterback, your second-year starting quarterback, makes the difference for you and gets you back to the college football playoff. So, Bailey, we appreciate you calling in.